Well, we met on a blind date. A friend of mine wanted me to meet somebody and go with them, so that I did. I had a fever blister, and I didn't like him and he didn't like me. But later on, I guess that we tried it again. And this time we seemed to have a connection. We did not have a wedding. We eloped and got married.
Where'd you go?
We went to Georgia, and Judge Crow, I remember his name. So we were married. And then I always visited in Michigan, but shortly after that, we hadn't told anybody at that time they wanted me to come to Michigan. I took off and went to Michigan. And then that's when Pop told my daddy that we were married. And actually, my daddy, I think, went out and got drunk. He was beyond repair on that. But as it turned out, my Bud was a good husband, good son-in-law, and my family was, delighted to have him as part of the family.
I can remember when I was about 9 years old, Mom had to go to California. She had the blocked artery in her heart. She was going for this chelation therapy. So when she left, our cousin Wimpy and Aggie went with her. And I believe that Wimpy was having the same thing done to him. Anyhow, we get out there, or they get out there, and so we're at home with Dad for the next 30 days. It all seemed like such a simple plan at the time. However, as the time would go by, he really missed Mom more and more, and you could tell, because he would just be more and more tense.
One day, Tim was out riding the motorcycle, and he was riding it in the yard, and that was the only place he could ride it. He was too little to ride it on the street, and he was just getting it around that yard. And Daddy came and got me. He says, "Would you please go get that crazy idiot off that motorcycle?"
So Karen comes down. She has a big smile on her face, and she says, "Yeah, Dad just told me to get that crazy idiot off that bike."
So I went outside, and of course, with Tim being my baby brother, I was delighted to go out there and say, "Hey, idiot, get off the motorcycle." So it's just kind of one of those funny things that, he had a way of doing, but he really missed Mom so much.
So I go and park it and get inside. It just so happens that the same day, I believe that Karen had someone that was coming over. She was dating at the time. In the meantime, she was taking care of Jeremy. No, she was taking care of Russ and Stephen downstairs. And the doorbell rings. And so Dad jumps up, grabs every bit of his pants, runs into the front bedroom, says, "Answer the door," and shuts it behind him. So I open the door, and it's this guy, and he's there to see Karen. So he goes downstairs, and Dad comes out, and he says, "So who was that?" I said, "Well, that was Mike." And he's like, "Lord God, what's she doing? She has 2 kids downstairs, and she has a date? What's going on?" Dad's just trying to keep up. And again, it's just because that he missed Mom so much.
My grandmother told my mother, whenever she came back, she said, "Okay, this is it." She said, "I'll take care of your children. I'll take care of your grandchildren. I'll take care of everyone except Bud Stanky. Whenever you're gone, there's just no way of pleasing him." Dad loved my mother. He was crazy about her. Whenever he died, she was in the hospital with him, and she said, I just want to crawl up in bed with him, Karen. I told her to do it, but she wouldn't, because she was afraid that she was going to hurt some of the things that were going in his arms and stuff. And she's as crazy about him as he was about her.